In a highly scrutinized press conference, President Joe Biden mistakenly referred to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky as President Putin, in what has been termed the most pressurized presidential press conference in modern history by international media. This was Biden's first solo press briefing since a poorly received debate on CNN in late June. The July 11th press conference took place amidst increasing calls from prominent allies for Biden to abandon his re-election bid, notably from Vermont Senator Peter Welch and major donor George Clooney. Despite his poor political standing even before the debate, President Biden firmly stated that he would not pass the torch to a younger Democrat. However, his position faces three critical threats: waning party support, dwindling fundraising, and unfavorable polling data. The NATO summit in Washington, D.C., set the stage for this pivotal press event. Biden engaged with world leaders, steering discussions on supporting Ukraine in a show of strength to allies. Journalists from major media outlets focused their questions on the fallout from the CNN debate and concerns about Biden's re-election prospects. During the session, Biden began his answers awkwardly, mistakenly referring to Vice President Kamala Harris as Vice President Trump. When asked if he was worried about Harris's ability to defeat Donald Trump, Biden replied, "I wouldn't choose Vice President Trump as vice president if I thought she wasn't qualified to be president." Biden praised Harris for her efforts in protecting women's reproductive rights and addressing major issues. He also defended his foreign policy achievements and America's global standing. Discussing foreign policy, Biden touched on China and the Russia-Ukraine conflict. In a significant gaffe, he said, "And now, I want to give the floor to the President of Ukraine, whose courage and determination, ladies and gentlemen, President Putin." After about 2 seconds, Biden corrected himself, "President Putin, you're going to beat President Putin, President Zelensky. I'm focused on defeating Putin." The room at the summit reacted audibly to Biden's mix-up. Zelensky responded to Biden's comment, "I am better than President Putin." Despite mounting pressure to step aside, Biden asserted his intent to continue his campaign. "I believe I am the most qualified person to run for president. I beat him once, and I'll beat him again," Biden said, referring to Trump. "This campaign has a long way to go, so I will keep moving forward." Biden noted that foreign leaders he met at the NATO summit were not concerned about his re-election bid, but rather the prospect of Trump winning in November. "I think I can say this without sounding overly self-centered. I haven't seen any European ally come to me and say, 'Joe, don't run.' What I hear them saying is, 'You have to win. You can't let him move forward, he would be a disaster.'" Trump highlighted Biden's gaffe on his social media platform Truth Social, posting a video clip of the moment Biden called Harris Vice President Trump with the caption, "Well done, Joe."